try natin yung example number 1. So, example number 1, our f of x is equal to 1 over x plus 6. Okay? So, paano natin nalalaman yung vertical asymptote? So, sa domain, our restriction is q, or the denominator should not be equal to 0. And that restriction is the equation of the vertical asymptote. Okay? So, that is our denominator equal to, for x plus 6 is equal to 0. Nasa restriction kasi, a denominator should not be equal to 0, which is the vertical asymptote. So, what is our vertical asymptote? Palagay ko na lang yung BA. Okay. So, if we transpose, we have to equate it into x, or solve for x. We have to transpose positive 6 to the right side of the equation. Okay. And it will make us x is equal to negative 6. So, the vertical asymptote is x is equal to negative 6. Okay? So, kung i-graph natin yan, dahil vertical yan, we have to count from origin, that is 0 of x. Okay? So, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Nandito. Yung vertical asymptote ay nandito. Yan. So, vertical asymptote. Kasi nga siya ay parallel sa y-axis. Okay? Next, how about horizontal asymptote? Nalagay na lang natin HA. Horizontal asymptote. What is horizontal asymptote? So, how can we find the horizontal asymptote? So, sa horizontal asymptote, meron tayong pinagbabasihan nito. Meron tayong rules, no? Para malaman natin yung horizontal asymptote. Okay? So, first rule, no, if the denominator or the numerator or the variable of the numerator, let's say x, the exponent is less than the exponent of the denominator. Let's say this is 1, no, kapag 1 yung exponent, wala. And this is 2. Okay? So, kahit meron dyang constant or wala, let's say 2x plus 3. Ganun. For example lang. So, hindi na natin papansinin itong mga ito. Titingnan lang natin yung variable na may pinakamataas na exponent. Katulad nito, ang pinakamataas dyan ay 1. Dito naman yung 2 na hindi nyo papansinin. So, kung mapapansin nyo, if the numerator or the exponent of the numerator is less than the denominator, because this is 1 and this is 1. Numerator is less than the denominator. Ang pinag-uusapan natin exponent. Exponent. Okay? So, our horizontal asymptote is equal to 0. Yung horizontal in terms of y equation is 0. Okay? So, ganun lang tatandaan nyo. Ibig sabihin yung y daw is equal sa 0 kapag mas mababa yung exponent ng variable sa numerator kaysa sa denominator. Okay? So, 0 na kagad yun. So, pagdating sa Cartesian plane, y is equal to 0 is our x-axis. So, ibig sabihin yung horizontal asymptote, itong x-axis. Yun. Okay? So, nandiyan yung ating x or yung ating horizontal asymptote. Ito yung vertical asymptote, ito yung horizontal asymptote. Okay? So, our horizontal asymptote is equal to 0. So, ano na rin natin yung ano. Let's say the exponent of numerator is greater than the denominator. Lagyan na natin. For example daw, mas mataas. Let's say, nagkabaliktad naman, dito yung square, or nagkaroon ng cube, no? Tapos sa baba, let's say, meron ditong x plus 3. No? Kung mapapansin natin, mas mataas yung numerator or yung exponent ng numerator kaysa sa denominator. So, ganun. Ang magiging horizontal asymptote natin ay y is none. Nilagay ko ba? None. Wala tayong horizontal asymptote. Okay, so tandaan niyo lang yan. Walang horizontal asymptote. Ibig sabihin kasi, kapag naglagay ka ng vertical line or horizontal line dun sa graph, tatamaan mo yung dalawang graph. No? Kasi kapag rational function, usually may dalawa or tatlong graph. No? Pag ginamit mo yun, yung horizontal line test, may tatamaan kang isa hanggang dalawa or higit. Okay? So kapag asymptote kasi hindi niya tinatamaan yung graph. Okay? Ngayon, pagdating sa ganitong form, ibig sabihin kahit saan mo ilagay yung horizontal line, may tatamaan siyang graph. Okay? Kaya wala siyang asymptote or horizontal asymptote. Okay. Next, let's say our n or the exponent of numerator is equal to the exponent of denominator. For example, may square din dito. Hindi niya papansin, titignan lang natin ito. Ang ginagawa, you have to divide, no? Or you have to find the quotient of its coefficient. Ano ba yung coefficient? Yung number dito sa x squared, sa dalawang x squared. This is 1, this is 1. 1 over 1 is equal to 1. So, ganun na. So, dito, ang horizontal asymptote is equal to the coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x raised to n. So, pareho sila. Okay, for example, nagkaroon dito ng 3. 3x squared dito, x squared lang. 3 divide 1, that is 3. Let's say dito nakalagay, dito naman wala, nandito yung 3. That is 1/3. No? Ibig sabihin, y is equal to 1/3. Then kung ito yung 2, y is equal to 2/3. So, saan nyo na-apply kapag yung exponent ng numerator and denominator ay equal sa isa't isa. Okay? Exponent na rin. Ngayon, kung mas mababa to, dito tayo mag-a-apply. Less than 0 yun. Okay? Kapag greater than, wala. Okay? Tingnan natin ito sa example natin. Tingnan natin ito. Correct ko na. Okay, post na lang tapos lagyan tawag dito. Screenshot. Okay, so what is our sana? Ay, nalagay ko na pala. 0, no? Bakit 0? Ano ba exponent ng nasa numerator? Ang exponent ng nasa denominator ay 1. Tama kasi 1 yun. Kapag may constant doon, ano yung exponent ng variable x doon? Dahil walang variable x doon, meron yun, we can use x raised to 0. Tama? X raised to 0 is equal to 1. So, ganun siya. X raised to 0 is equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, mas mababa yung exponent nito. Kasi 0 yung exponent ng x dito. Kaysa dito, 1 dito. So, dun sa rules na binigay ko, no, kapag mas mababa yung exponent ng numerator, ayan ay 0. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yung graph papalapit dito sa x-axis. Okay? So, pwede natin yan i-graph. Okay, so next, let's find the x-intercept. Okay, so x-intercept. So what is our x-intercept? So if we say x-intercept, pag sinabi natin x-intercept, yung ating graph tatama daw siya dun sa x-axis. No? Kung saan tumama yung graph sa x-axis, ayun yung x-intercept. Eh ngayon, dahil meron tayong horizontal asymptote kung saan nasa x-intercept, wala tayong ngayong x-intercept. No? Ibig sabihin, wala tayong x-intercept is none. Bakit? Kasi nga, kapag sinabing asymptote, walang tumatamang graph. No? Kaya ibig sabihin, wala tayong x-intercept. Okay? Hindi tatama yung graph. How about y-intercept? How about y-intercept? So, we can change f of x as y is equal to 1 over x. 1 over x plus 6. Okay? Kapag hinahanap natin yung x-intercept, no? So, tandaan nyo, pagbalik muna tayo sa x-intercept. Although wala naman na siya na nagkumino na. X-intercept. 9. Wala yun. Okay? Ngayon yung sagot, walang x-intercept. Pero kung hanapin talaga natin yung x-intercept, ang gagawin natin, ito yung x-axis. In terms of y, ang value ng y dyan is 0. No? Sa lahat ng point dyan sa x-axis, ang value ng y ay 0. Ano yung napunta dito, katulad nito. Intersection ng vertical and horizontal. Ang x dyan 0, negative 6, 0. 0 yung y. Kasi pag pumunta dito, negative 7, 0 yung y. Kahit saan ka pumunta dyan, 0 yung y. Doon, ayun yung x-intercept. Okay? Ngayon, kung papalitan nyo yun, to find the value of x, 0, y must be 0. That is 1 over x plus 6. So, bakit walang x-intercept? Kasi pag transpose natin yun doon, or we use cross multiplication, magiging 0 to. Pag multiply 0 times x plus 6 is equal to 1. So, magiging 0 rin yung x kasi 0 times x is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. Is equal to 1. So, walang matitirang variable. Meaning, wala siyang x-intercept. Okay? Unlike sa y-intercept. So, in terms of y-axis, lahat ng value dito sa y-axis ng x ay 0. Okay? Kahit sa papunta dyan, ang value ng x ay 0. So, to find the y-intercept, dahil yung x-intercept natin wala, yung y-intercept, meron tayo niya. So, ano yung y-intercept natin? Y-intercept is equal to y is equal to 1 over x should be equal to 0. Kasi nga, lahat ng y-intercept, no? Or lahat ng value sa y-axis ay 0 yung x. Kaya, we have to substitute x or 0 as to our x value. So 1 over 6. So y-intercept is equal to 1 over 6. Kasi 0 plus 6 is 6. Okay, so saan yung y is equal to 1 over 6? Ito yung y, ito yung 1. So 1 over 6 is a part of 1. Okay, so pwede natin ito hatiin sa 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nandito yung 1. 1 over 6. So, ibig sabihin dito tatama yung graph. Pagano. So, yung graph niya pagganito. Okay? So, ito papalapit dito sa x-axis. Ito naman papalapit dun sa x is equal to negative 6. Ayan yung asymptote. Okay? So, same lang, pag-ganon din yung graph niyan. Kaya yung graph malalaman mo agad if we know the vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote, and x and y intercept. Okay? Next. Let's try example number 2. Try na natin ito. Hindi ganyan yung perfect graph, pero malapit na malapit din. Pag nilagay nyo sa test